Same old crap in the news. Yeah. You want to debate power versus hypocrisy? You want to fuck with me? You're gonna lose. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, 9 a.m. This is Jimmy Reefer Cake, all the Hypocrisy podcast, that is, on the Jimmy Reefer Cake channel on YouTube, allthehypocrisy.com, baby. Allthehypocrisy.com. Taking a moment here to just set the table for what's going to happen next by saying, where did Reefer Cake come from? Where did Reefer Cake become a part of the majority report? Let's see. It all began, maybe it was 8 years ago, and I was getting a computer, an old computer, because my computer was fucking up. So I said, let's go get the old computer. I looked there, and I just started using my old computer, and it had been a while since Air America, but I used to be a big Air America fan. So it was this 2008, let's say, and I hadn't really got into that shit since all of the debacle of Air America blowing up and George Bush getting elected after starting the Iraq War on lies. You see, when he got reelected, 2004, it kind of put a damper on things for possibilities. Anyway, back to where I was in maybe 2008-ish. 9-ish, and get the thing, computer, there it is, and this. Go to my internet. Oh, there's a bookmark, majority report. Oh yeah, I just clicked on it, and then what do you know? It said soft launch. Soft launch. What is this? Oh, Sam Cedar. I remember him from the fucking Air America. Let's check it out. Oh, he's soft launching, and there was Sammy, disheveled, launching his show. He's had a lot of tech problems in the beginning, and he was constantly disheveled, and he always had itchy eczema on his hands. And I love Sammy. It's a funny show, and he's a funny guy. I don't always agree with him on politics, but as far as being a good dude, he's cool enough. Of course, I started sending in songs because I had been writing songs a lot and getting into political songs. That's kind of what I did to heal the pain of the political pain. So checking out if I could get my songs on Sammy's show, and I kept bugging him, and I was pestering him, and a couple months in, I'm writing theme songs for this or that, and the guy Chris Rosen, it was Christopher Rosen of MovieLine.com, big shot senior editor. This is your theme song. You sit in a dimly lit room, watching movies, and you act like a slob. Jimmy Reefer Cake's got to know. How did you get that job? How did you get that job? So that was his song, and Sammy liked it. Just making fun of Chris Rosen. That's what he wanted. And I also had a sympathetic Chris Rosen song, because they would battle each other in a hilarious way. It's me, I'm on Chris Rosen's side. Sammy's just stopped making fun of the guy. Anyway, I got in there, and Sammy started playing the songs, the Cliff Schecter theme song. You know what was cool back then is when my song was on the fucking show, there was a little blurb that led to my Twitter account, and I got into Twitter only because of the show, in fact. I wouldn't sign up for Twitter at that moment in time, but I did because Sammy was encouraging people to do it. I felt involved. And when you see your name put in the show text, when your song is played in that show, and it's got the link to Twitter, and then you see people tweeting to you, you feel like it's worth it. Maybe it's worth it, even though sometimes I feel like I could be sending my songs into Sean Hannity or someone who I totally disagree with, because I fucking disagree about some of the bullshit and the hypocrisy and the ignoring of hypocrisy, the pretending like you're bigger than hypocrisy gets under my skin. And it's gotten to the point where these, the arrogant type of, hold on, stick with it. Stick with the story. So back then it was Dorsey. Dorsey was the producer, and Dorsey was legendary, a legendary master. And fucking guy, swear to God, seems like a cool dude. But he left, okay? And then there's a guy, Binder, and then Brooksy kind of came in. And there have been, other people too. Jeez, was there we'll just say Binder and Brooksy. It was all men back then. Yeah, you had no ladies. And Binder, he got what I was saying. And so a lot of my songs, I would try to explain that you have to reach across on certain things like legalizing weed, or stopping the wars. It's okay to reach across the aisle to libertarians and hold their hand on these issues. That's why I call myself a libertarian socialist. And that's the funny thing about this, is that I was just honestly writing my songs in this beautiful way that argued my point. And Matt Binder seemed to be pretty cool. And Brooksy was kind of like, not that cool. Let me say, the first time I called in to talk to him, it was like back with the Russia thing. It might, first happened with the Winter Olympics in Russia, and they started smearing Russia then. That's when everything went with Russia's. You could see the whole media. And Joe 30-Pack and I podcasted about it way back then, and it was just a very obvious smearing of a country when there's so many countries to be smeared. And I always go back to how Russia did not and spoke out against the Iraq war. So we are now going to be smearing them. And no wonder. Of course we got to smear. We got to smear the whole world, because we're the most devastating force of evil on the planet when it comes to killing. So smear Russia. Smear them. And meanwhile, try to... Okay. Anyway, I call up to Brooksy about that, and all I remember is he couldn't really handle my question, and he hung up on me. Like, he basically... I said, Brooks's attitude back then was militant against Putin, but without saying I want to start a war. It's just like, where does the line come? Anyway, that's Russia. Imagine that 8 years ago or some shit already. That's where it began with Brooks and I. And what do you know? When Dorsey leaves the show, maybe when Binder leaves the show, I'm not sure exactly when Brooksy having control of a text that goes under the show that says whether or not you have your name listed for the person who might contribute content. And I spoke out. I said, this is disrespectful. This is not cool. I think that I always have had my name put on the shows with my songs. You should even put the title of the song. If you cared about doing it right, that's what you would do. But you don't. Brooksy doesn't care about doing it right. He cares about making sure he asserts his power and dominance over me, little Jimmy Reefer Cake. See, because I'm not even a real person. I'm just a cartoon. So he doesn't want to let a cartoon get in there and have any kind of influence or power. Power, you see? See, I'm all about, but power is, I guess, the way Brooksy thinks. So hypocrisy. If you want power to be your ultimate end and be all, you're a hypocrite. That's not a real world to me. So I've resisted acting like that and thinking that power means anything. It doesn't mean anything. Power is an illusion, and it's a way to, you could go your own way. You don't need power. You just need freedom, okay? Power is something that comes into play and needs to be usually neutralized and settled down, okay? I could have this debate, but Brooks is afraid to debate me. I tried everything, okay? So that at the end of the day, what we're going to do now is I'm going to do power. I'm going to use my power, okay? So this is how it's going to roll. I know that Brooksy, I explained Brooks, this very easy thing is you do Control-C, and then you open up the text document area and you hit Control-V, and that would be Jimmy Reefer Cake's name. You Control-C. I only got to do Control-C one time, and you can just repeatedly go Control-V, Control-V, Control-V. Go to every single Friday episode for the last 8 years. Well, not 8, because the first 2 years my name was in the text blurb. And I guess it might be a lot of work on your fingers, little Brooksy, but you go in there and you hit Control-V and you put my fucking name in there. If you don't, then I shall be drafting up a cease and desist letter for all songs. that are my fucking songs, and I asked long ago to have my name put in the fucking thing. So that's perfectly within my rights. My lawyers, my lawyers will be drafting up the letter. Okay, I don't want to have to draft up this, but it's going to say, don't play my songs if you're not going to put a text that says where I am on their fucking show. And if you choose to continue in that manner, well, you are in violation of the fucking law. You're using my content without crediting me. That's wrong. And that's my power over you. That's the only power I have as a cartoon character. Okay. And then one other thing is I can issue challenges, one-on-one basketball, 4 dribbles maximum. I'll take on anybody in the fucking studio, including Matt Leck, you fucking lanky little bastard. I don't know. We 6'1", 6'2". This could be tough, but take any of you guys on. You all suck. And if you do, though, if you have the balls to fucking challenge me, then maybe you don't suck. But that's the bottom line, is power. We're going to see now power. Does power work? The challenges again, one-on-one basketball. You can do a virtual game of horse, maybe. I'll play you fuckers in horse. Whatever it takes. Maybe that could be a bet. But right now, how it stands is I've been... somebody took their power and has used it to humiliate me and act like they're basically assert their dominance while at the same time running away from me like a scared little baby because they can't take my arguments. But I'm just a cartoon character, so whatever. I don't give a fuck. You're the one who lives by this, Brooks. You live by the fact that you're not going to credit someone for their work because you're too lazy to hit Control V. Oh, yeah. Well, pretty much said what I had to say. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. People, anybody on Twitter? Maybe on let's just take a quick look. I've been going totally unprompted here. Going into the shit. Unprompted. So let's just see if anybody showed up to... if they have anything to say about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I really would. I really would. Yes, I would. Okay, let's see here. Jimmy. I'm not really good at using this. Okay. No. Go to YouTube. Let's go to, here it is. There's 2 people watching. I shouldn't say only 2. What's wrong with you, God, Reefer Cake? Thank you. There are some people. Now let's hear this. What did they smear Russia about? Doping? That is well established. Okay. Tory Burgers, thanks for saying this. So this is actually going back to the Winter Olympics. Okay. We saw how in this recent Summer Olympics, they have to pretend like Russia's the only ones who dope. And that's like double down. I'm going back to the Winter Olympics that Russia hosted, and everybody shat on okay, everybody shat on Russia. It was fun. Okay, this guy, Red Baron, you're a pretty whiny dude. Well, you should listen to Brooksy if you want to hear some whining. Red Baron, don't you send them your music? Yes, I do. I send them my music. And the thing is, I was doing this long ago before Brooks even came to the show. And Brooks gets very sensitive about somebody, obviously I know I'm confident in what I'm saying is fact. So, okay. Acknowledgement is the fabric. What? Okay. Yeah, I do have a point on my songs. Thank you, Tori. It's poor style at majority. You wouldn't give somebody something and then just take it away. Even though the guy, my perspective is I'm the only one who's persevering this whole fucking time. I don't stop, I don't fucking back down. I don't stop. And marijuana is getting legalized state by fucking state, and it is making a big difference, and it is important. And the Democrats are losers because they fucking don't do what I fucking told them to do. I'm sorry. Maybe Brooksy wants to. Okay, Tori, thanks for the interacting, you guys. Red Baron and Tori. Often it is not hard, like in this. Acknowledgement is the fabric of you. Thank you, Tori. It's true. Maybe Brooksy wants to keep the myth alive that it's him and Kelly doing the clip song. Uh, oh man. Yo, you guys, it is something that this is my what I feel like when you let something slide, it's like years ago that Brooks just I guess he took over the job of putting the text in. And literally, I've asked specifically to the producers with DMs many times that it's ridiculous and humiliating, especially when it's a guy like me who they're using my fucking theme songs on a regular basis every Friday. And Cliff Schechter, Jesus, you think I agree with him? It's not like I agree with it's not like I pick the Majority Report or I pick a show of the person who I agree with the most or worship everything they say. That's not, I don't know if I could ever find a show who I felt like that about. Red Baron, you're part of the show. This is part you play. Give them the platform and a hard time, but you don't have to send them your music. Yeah, I know. I don't have to send them my music. It's very true. I keep doing it because they keep playing the songs, and then the songs get eventually, whenever Brooksy's hosting now, they don't get played. And I know that people like my songs. I know that people like to make fun of me too. And I'm fair game. I could never see myself doing, what Brooks has done by not crediting to me. Now, I will. See, I can say all this. The problem is, thank you, Tori. I would miss, because I know I like it when she says I would miss your music. Thanks, Tori. And I like all the good tweets I get. Like, shit, man. Let me see. Let me just look at this one tweet from, this is, anyway, you can tweet me when you like my songs. And the last one that they played, I got all positive tweets. Nobody's negatively tweeting to me. I'm not doing a bad job. That's the bottom line, is I know my lyrics are fucking clever as hell. And I know my political philosophy is good. Thank you, Red Baron. Both of you guys listening is commenting here means a lot to me. But I guess, don't you see, you guys understand what I'm saying about power? Like let's I want to do an analogy for you guys. Say you it's a workplace. I know that I'm not getting paid, but in a way I am, just because, by playing my song, and I always try to plug my issues and say my piece. So I'm getting airtime. So let's say you're at some workplace, and long ago, 15 years ago, Andy Kindler is great, man. It's just right there. Like when Andy Kindler comes on and they play my theme song and everyone laughs their ass off, and I know it's a great song and I know Andy loves it. Why isn't my name there in the show credits? Like it was before. And it's funny, like little things like that is how someone tries to degrade you. Going back to analogy, okay, if you're working in a workplace with a guy, like say he started like a rate with you, all right, and you're really cool with the bosses. He's pretty cool with the bosses too, but let's just face it, the bosses like you more. Let's say let's switch it to me. The bosses like me more, and that this other guy though, he's doing good too, but he doesn't like you, and he keeps fucking like it's competition, right? He shits on your work. The bosses like you all that time. But they'll say the bosses they find a better job. Now you're stuck with this guy who's been shitting on you for 10 years. And the only thing you can do is use your power. And at that point, you might have to go to the new bosses or talk directly to this guy and say, hey, dude, I'm going to go interview. What you're doing is wrong because of this, this, and this. So whatever. Yeah. Sam is great. Everybody is the show is really cool, but I feel like it got personal when you don't put my credit in, and you're purposely not doing that, Michael Brooks. So that got personal. That's not just like letting people hang out and make fun of each other. I make fun of Brooksy too. There's plenty to make fun of, in my opinion. You've heard it. So he likes Kamala Harris. I like Tulsi Gabbard. I'll fucking take that all day. But anyway, I wanted to get this message out. Elect Gmail says, talk to Sam. He doesn't seem unreasonable. I agree. I feel like I feel like Sam might have already told, they just didn't do what he said. Like, I'm sure Sam would say, Brooksy, put fucking Reefer Cake's name in there. What are you doing? So, and Brooksy just didn't do it. So anyway, I guess power is how it works with Brooksy. I prefer hypocrisy, and we'll see how it goes. My power being my songs and my demand that my fucking credit be put every fucking Friday. It's we'll go over it one more time for Brooksy. Control C, you're gonna grab it. Then each doc you open, Control V, Control V, Control V. And you don't have to put anything special. So I should write a whole Red Baron has it. You know what? Red Baron, you fucking nailed it. You fucking nailed it. That's how I've dealt with my things this whole time, is bring it up in a song. And see, it's funny, like Mrs. Reefer Cake or people who don't watch the show. Yeah, Red Baron, you got it. Like my song is going to basically say, put my credits in the fucking text blurb. It'll be a song called Control V. Brooksy Control V. All right. See, I was explaining this shit to Mrs. Reefer Cake. She doesn't watch the show. She will every now and then, and she's like, "Why are you even sending your songs to this at all?" Why? I believe it's worth talking it out. I believe that, and I knew some people. See, you guys like this, and then you see that's what I do. And Sammy likes it too. The song when I did, which was like a while ago, was like Brooks Debate Me. Is like, you don't have to hate me, just come on my podcast, debate me. I think you'll find. It was a great song. Sammy laughed his ass off, loved it. Looks over to Brooks, so we'll debate him. Brooksy can't do it. Brooksy's scaredy poo. Oh shit. Well, this has been fun. This is why I do it, because people talk. You guys don't all agree, but you're listening, and we've got an idea. We've got an idea and a plan. And hell, I'm gonna get out of here, man. I think I'm gonna go to my buddy's house and help him trim some plants up. So should be a good morning. I gotta go take a shower because getting over cold. Oh, by the way, Sam Cedar, fucking feel better, brother. Pneumonia. At least you're on the heel, man. It's the same old crap, and I know whoa. Please don't you mess with Jimmy Reefer Cake, because at the end of the situation, you're gonna lose. Take care, everybody. Peace.